Okay, it says I'm live and hello, anybody that's here, anybody attending. Hi, Darlene. It's like their notifications don't say anything worth beans. It says there's only one waiting, and that's me. I missed you on the chat last night. I think I got the camera in the right spot, waiting for it to come up. But yeah, I fought internet last night. That's for dang sure. Internet last night. That's for dang sure. I always look for the mute button, but it isn't on there. And Sarah Jane's here and ready, so I'm hoping the internet, everything goes fine. On mine, it looks like I have a shadow, but it looks fine on the live. So I just go with what I see. So last two blocks for this one, I'm going to make more blocks. Hi, Mary. But I'm making just the, I call it the original Jacob's Ladder, but there are several versions of it. So I don't know what we want to call. This one's from patchworksquare.com. Hi, Dorland. You're waiting for Danny to get out of the doctor's. Hi, Kenneth. It's, oh, wrong presser foot. Won't work. Did I get the right gas pedal down here? While I'm down there, I might as well pick up some of the lint that Hi, Denise. Diane was on here for a little bit. Yeah. I got some sleep. I didn't want to get up, I guarantee you. Because of the internet down, that put me behind. Like, do I have my foot pedal the wrong way? Of course. Sleep's overrated in my book. And then it catches up with me, and then I go, oh, I wish I had some sleep. Just had everything I needed here. And then it's like I move things around. That's par for the course. Or there's only one left. I don't know. I'm only finding strips for one. Well, we'll go with the one. Oh, it's like the mosaic tile one? Yes. That's the one that was in the videos. Looking for rights and wrong sides. Of course, that's going to be the wrong white on white. Gotta figure out. There's some little sewing room fairy that comes in and does whatever they want. Does anybody else have those issues? Yeah, I just put on the last side. Got to put the batting on, and then the bindings being sewed. You had thunderstorms? It was so hot yesterday, the muggy. I left my back door open. I thought Bailey would run in and out all night long. She didn't. I was amazed. I had free rights to go in and out, but I guess she needed some sleep somewhere. She got worn out. Austin brought his 2 dogs down. They played and played and played as long as they could. And then they got wore out. And it was hot. See, I just went through seeing which is rights and wrongs. So there might not be 2 blocks. It's like the pieces just wander off over there. I mean, I did have company here this weekend, but they only come in the sewing room to see. No, they hid your glasses. It's like they only come in to look and go, how do you do that? It's like they were just in awe of the different quilts. And I didn't have that many up. I had that one. But they said whoever's getting the Christmas one is very lucky. I said, yeah, I am. It's like, it's going nowhere. Hi, Terry. Yeah, when I finally got internet last night, I had to go over and watch Terry's. Had to get mine finished published. It takes forever when you have a good connection. It takes even longer when you don't have a connection. I did that again. The one I didn't need is the one I sewed. Isn't that about right? That's me. These 5-inch blocks sewed on each side of the center line, diagonal line, have to be trimmed down to 4.5. If I can just get them sewed, would even be better. But I'm getting eager to have 2 more UFOs done. And both UFOs are going to need binding. One UFO is the one Laura long-armed for me. The U.S. mail on us finally caught up. So I have the binding now. My mark's wearing off. So I have to remember how much goes outside of the side of the edge of the foot. Just got to remind myself. Take my foot off of the gas pedal so you don't hear the engine revving. I don't want to sew through my finger, but it would be easy to do on this one. I was hoping Diane would come back on. She come in and said hello before. Maybe they're listening. I don't know. So what's everybody up to? I was shocked, Terry, that you went blue, but it's not for you. That would have made it a harder decision. I thought for sure you would go green with the fairy dust. there'll be another one. I know there will be. That's Terry. I know there will be. Temptation. Always seems to find that button to wander over to where we don't need to be. Oh, you wanted to? Okay. Yeah, it would make your decision even harder if you would have did it green. Hi, Gladys. You mean you haven't figured out how to double sew yet? One on each, one on the left and one on the right? Now there'd be a feat. Yeah, trying to get everything done. So what, 2 hands, right and left. Like I can't keep one side coordinated at times. You're making the grand a bag. That grand will never need for a bag. Because her granny will make it. I'm lucky I don't. One for the vinyl and one for the cotton. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good way of putting it. So if you do FPP, does it go on cotton or the vinyl? I'm sure you got different needles for both of them. I've said that I was going to sit outside this year and finish up all these feed sack bags. It's been so hot, who wants to sit outside? But I don't want all the green dust in here. No matter how you try, that green dust is still in those bags. I've even tried washing them, and rinsing them, I should say. And I think it made it worse. Anybody got a project that we should know about? Something to do? I use Featherweight for FPP. Okay. Anybody has a project that and then it's like Rita posted that Jelly Roll Day is coming up. The elephant got put on the sidetrack the other day because I was working on getting that Christmas one done. Hi, Maureen. I think I did one more piece of Miss Tutti Frutti. And that is her name. It will be. Yeah, when I was going to work on it Saturday before everybody got here for the baby shower, I got the surprise that I was going to have more than just Melinda, Marissa, and Kate. I had them all. Well, almost all. Hi, Pamela. And how's Pamela? If I disappear, it's because the power went out. We are having a lot of thunder and lightning. Okay, Maureen. It's like if I disappear, I lost my internet again. So it's just one of those things. We all have different things going on. Just like if I don't do it, I'm going to lose my battery. Oh, of course. Pam, I hate to say it. It's going to be lots of times. It's like I got my sister because her 50th anniversary was Saturday. And it's like I bought her a 50th anniversary coin. I tossed and turned on getting myself one because I made it to the 50th in my heart. But it brought her to tears. And Melinda goes, "Dang it, Mom." You're looking for fabric to make postcards? I'm not even sewing. I'm afraid to turn on my machine. I don't want to have a power surge and wreck it. I don't blame you there. But we are always here for you, Pamela. We are always here for you. You got to keep yourself busy. But it's like little things trigger. And what was the best part was like having my sister in tears over receiving a 50th anniversary coin is because she woke up that morning. She told me the story after she got done with her tears. Is she thought I would get, remembered her 25th anniversary coin. She says, if Dad was alive, I would get a 50th anniversary coin. She never said anything to anybody. And then she comes down and receives a 50th anniversary coin. And then she had to tell me that when she woke up, she just said, I have the 25th anniversary coin. If Dad was alive, I would have a 50th. So it was put in. I'm trying to go through things. If I get to move by my daughter, I will have to downsize about half. Yeah, that's another hard thing, going through that stuff. Maureen's been through it. It's like the spouses. Because you got to go through all their stuff too. I still have a whole back shed. I've sold one thing out of the back shed. That's all. But I wasn't going to learn to weld. And I thought, sell it before it goes bad or mouse chews the cord, something. Fall fabric. Oh, it's like I have fat quarters of fall fabric because they're supposed to be made into a table runner. That was only like 8 years ago. It's from a shop hop. I lost the pattern that they wanted. But I figured there's lots of patterns out there. Yep. It's just one thing at a time, Pamela. And if you can't take it, sit back and relax. I can tell you, the year Larry passed away, I made, I'd say 8 quilt tops in 6 months. I think I was living at the sewing machine. I didn't get up and do, it's like I sewed. But every single one of those dang quilts, I got most of them done. Not all of them. There's no way of getting all of them. It took another year, and I'm still working on one of them. That was the one that all of them are 6.5. Ouch. Just put a sliver in my, because I'm going to have, remind myself, sandpaper or duct tape? Oh, my two best things I do. Duct tape. I got to cut these into my 2.5 inch sections. It's been 6 years and I still have a lot of his stuff. It's hard. You feel like you are erasing them. Yeah. As Austin and I was talking, I said, if I wouldn't have had to pay off a pickup, I said I probably would have bought land. And if I would have bought land, then Austin wouldn't have all the issues he's having. Because we could have built the tiny house on it. And then he wouldn't have to have the other stuff. Because I want to downsize and just get away from here. Been here too many years. Yeah. I can imagine you're telling them that too. Right now, everything. I'm trying to go through the stuff that we don't need. Definitely don't need. I have probably 3 or 4 complete toolboxes. Do I need that many? It's like I could sell the tools, but I'd have to make sure from Casey. It's like if I find the high lift jack, I can't get rid of that because Casey's been looking for one of those. But it's like Percy asked, "Do you know what a high lift jack looks like?" And it's like, of course, it cold cocked your dad. And I'll never use it. Just like no one wanted to teach me how to use the welder. Because you don't need to, is what they said. Hi, Bailey. Did you have to come in and tell me you're here? I'm planning to go back to my daughter's later this month and stay until probably the end of September or maybe longer. Oh, are you looking for a place at the same time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, where's Samantha? I haven't just had to count. Need Coda. Coda could count for me. Oh, I thought, is it thundering out here? It's the guy across the street with his garbage can. I thought, if it's going to rain, I'm going to be out there. Missouri Star is so far out of the way where we will be camping, so I have to get more information about what is around where we're staying. Okay. Well, my granddaughter just texted me a picture of her in her pink braces. She's got pink bands. It's like, Casey wasn't very exciting. I have one spotted on Zillow that I really like, but have to sell this one first. Yeah. But it's good you're looking. Pink brackets. Yeah. It's like braces from back when Casey had them. Melinda got them on her own. It's like they probably have changed a lot. And I see Kathy just come in. Hello, Kathy. Gladys was here. It's like, don't know if she still is or not. And I see you left me a message. I haven't even opened it, Kathy. I had family here and been busy. I didn't return my cousin's phone call either. And finally, we got together last night because she's going to Alaska. for her birthday, her son gave her the tickets for a cruise to Alaska. I said, dang it, he forgot to book mine. I would have made somebody take care of a dog in a sugar glider. I just don't know if I would want that many dogs down here. Austin brings his down now to help them get space and Bailey to exercise. But like I said, I haven't even went back. And then I had no internet Sunday. I had no internet last night. It's like I have just been fighting internet. And I go, and they want to increase our rates. I go, how can they increase our rates if we have broke down at least 3 days in August? And it's only what, August 6th? That's not good. That is not good to be broke down that many times. And the one was from like 2:40 something in the morning until 8 a.m. And of course, that was one of the days I couldn't sleep. Couldn't play on the internet. Couldn't Roku. Is everybody rolling their garbage cans back? Or are we going to get thunder? Be nice. What? That? My husband passed away 16 years ago. I didn't get remarried or date. I'm fine being by myself. Yeah. It's like I've got to be that way, Donna. But hello, Donna. But I can't. They took down your face. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And then today, because of trying so many different ways and times to get on the internet last night, because I tried through my Verizon jetpack, it would go on, but then I couldn't do anything else. So I just quit downloading that video. And because of all the times I went back and forth with internet connections, I had to prove I was me today. And I waited until noon. I thought, well, I'll go get everything set up on the YouTube ahead of time. Yeah. Maybe a clone took you down, Pamela. Some of those people do. Did you get a notification? It's like, I know I don't share anything or some of those things because I get all those friendship requests from men. It's like, I keep telling June to keep her own men. I started to log in and I couldn't. It's like, yeah, sounds weird. I know I had to re-sign in one time. What the heck was I doing? Oh, I just went and clicked one of those links like we put on sometimes for websites. I clicked on one of those and it took me to the other screen and asked me if I wanted to sign into my Facebook. It wouldn't let me. I said, that's good because I don't want to sit there and it said, because it said, did you forget your password? It's like, I'm not starting that again. Yeah, that noise is still out there. maybe I am going to get some rain today. The farmers aren't going to like it. My weather thing isn't up over there. Let's see. My weather says it's 84 and I'm cloudy. So I could have. It'd be nice. Melinda, when she was here Saturday before the baby shower, she went out and mowed, and I went out and edged my yard. And then we played with the 3 grandkids, and then my great niece brought her little gal. First time I seen her, and she's almost 2. Her name is Sailor. And it's like, Melinda, how do you remember that name? Because it's different. 100 in Texas. Well, you keep that 100. I will gladly let you keep that, Gladys. Not that I'm rude or anything. It's still bad enough to be. Oh, what did I get in the mail today? Oh, I got junk, and more junk. Bailey, it's okay. 72? It's like, that's all I got was that good old junk mail. It's like, trying to remember what I signed up for that USPS inform. They don't inform you about much. They'll tell me a package is on its way, and I ask where it's from, and it's like, they can't tell me. Bailey, you are fine. Just because the neighbor's dog out there barking doesn't mean anything. Maybe that's why Bailey's in here. Maybe it is the thunder. I know she doesn't like fireworks. But this was probably her first year of hearing them even. Yeah. 70. To me, perfect weather. It's like that one gal, she says, where she lives in northern Oregon, just below the Oregon or California, just below Oregon border. She says they have one temp, 65, 65, 65. And I said, wouldn't that be nice? But on this Jacob's Ladder, I'm going to get another color to go with this. And should I go darker or lighter? That's my dilemma now. I'm going to order up some fabric. Feel like it is 83 here. It's only 85 and about to pour. Okay. It's like, trying to figure out what color I want to go with. If I go darker, go lighter. I had darker, but not enough. So if I have to buy or hunt or whatever, it's like I have to decide. I figured instead of making a small, make a little bit larger throw. I think it's time for a new blade. It cut me some little hairs. Make one more measurement to make sure everything's right. But I'll figure out something. I always do. And then I gotta see what's the next UFO I dig out of the woodwork. Means that one's almost done, the mosaic tile. There's getting to be space in my closet. When my sister, she wanted to peek around to see what changes we did in the house, because my sister has not been in this house since Casey's graduation. And she was just in wow on the long arm. And I says, and that's a small one. She says, that's a small one? I says, yep. They make them bigger? I said, yes. But she was just kind of couldn't believe the size of that machine. I says, if I had more room, I'd have a bigger table. The only way I can have a bigger table is if I take out my couch. And I can't take out the couch because I need it occasionally. Okay, now flip these around the way they're supposed to be. I'm taking several projects with me to Jenny's. I'll stay busy while she's working. Yes, that's what you got to do. And of course, go browse around the area, see what's available. Have you checked out if there's any quilt groups or anything you can join that way? To me, our YouTube community is enough because we have the same ladies all the time. It's not, and we're not boring. And we don't have to leave our home. We can sit right there in our sewing room and sew with them. I know I thought about printing out, well, I'm going to eventually, that Land of Oz cross stitch that Laura Lynn's doing. But I said I can't. I got to finish the one I got. I have to finish that one up there first. I don't drive and I don't walk very well, so I'll be in the house sewing most of the time. Okay. Do you have pets you have to relocate? Dogs, cats, companion, furry friends? My one furry friend, he'd travel. Ace could travel. Like Ace could go camping with me. I just have to get a smaller cage. What my granddaughter says is small is huge. 13 pages, Kathy? Okay. I love The Wizard of Oz anyway. And Lonnie would probably think I'm really crazy. But they didn't go to the baby shower. It was their dad's weekend. Casey said if she wanted to, she could have got them. Because we didn't know all the others was going to be here. Because it would have been nice that she got to be with Coda and Aspen and them again. Ronnie did come to the baby shower. Hi, Donnell. It's like, I asked Aspen how she's doing. And she goes, I'm pooping. So does that tell you, Terry? Oh, okay. So when you look for a place, you're looking for a place that you can definitely have Oscar with you. Yeah, she's on adult laxatives daily. And what's the great niece, she didn't have the great niece, Sailor. She has issues. She's on stool softeners also right now. So I can tell you that I had a very pooey smelling garbage can. They both pooed twice while they was here. And I'm thinking, ew, poor garbage men. But my grandma had the issues too. My grandma had to have most of her colon removed, or all the intestine, all that tubing down there. She had enough that she didn't have to have a colostomy bag. That was about it for grandma. She says when you eat, you just go eat in the bathroom. That's what she always told us kids. We tried it once to get rid of the ucky food. Didn't work. Didn't work for us. Well, if grandma could, we could too. But she can't have dairy and soy right now. And you Google candy even. It's amazing how much Starburst has, I think, both soy and milk. We looked up lemon gummies and they had, it's like, wow, she was down to she could eat the lemon jelly bellies. That was it. And this week I have gained 5 subscribers. I'm one away from 400. As soon as I get that 400, they'll take it away. Oh, that's bad. It's like, hopefully everything's all figured out for Aspen. What is her condition called? I couldn't tell you, but it is raining out here. Her mom also has, it's not Crohn's, but it's Mears Crohn. It acts like it's Crohn, but it's not Crohn's. So she's double whammied. That poor kid. It's like, this is when I should have paid more attention about medical issues. Because now when they ask Is it in your family? My mom had irritable bowel syndrome, and I know it's not that one. That one's because I can remember that name. Boy, I pinned things together all weird here. I pinned the piece into the piece. That would have been a seam ripper moment. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Denise. I think. But it's like the infusion treatment that Marissa gets, they're trying to save possible, if they can keep it under control, for Marissa, it will keep her from having to have a liver transplant, which her diarrhea and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, we get on some really good subjects here, don't we? But she's doing really good. But she has to watch her diet too. So that house is full of Coda can't have my walnut shrimp. And we think we narrowed it. I'm going to sort more stuff. I want to. It's like we're going to see what she's going to buy. But I think he can't have Zoe because he broke out in a rash. Be ready when Jenny comes to get me. Okay. But you enjoy your time with your family and pick some projects that you can get done with. And there's always stores. I'd probably take a couple extra just to make sure I had enough to get me. But Oscar's going to miss you for sure. My sister just lost her last puppy, and she's been taking care of her sons because he went back to work. And she showed up in great big huge marks on her arm because she's older. Ooh, a nice store not far from. That's another bonus. That's another bonus. But my sister goes, you know how your skin is when it gets old and it tears easily? And it's like, I'm older than you and I'm not there yet. I says, we're all different. I think it's the medications people take that helps make that thin skin. I don't know. I've never Googled it because I don't know what to Google. I can see a little bit of rain dripping off my eave. Not much, because I can still see spots on my sidewalk. It's like plop, plop, not much. Okay, take care, Pamela, and we're always here for you. Ooh, another cool. I gotta make sure to unplug my long arm. I turned it on last night. We was goofing off. Taxi time, okay. Haven't seen Laura on yet today, so it's like everything was okay last night, but they had some more winds coming in. It could downpour right now. I'd be happy. Melinda turned on my sprinkler because she says the corner's dry. I says, yeah, I just watered it. Can I put on another sprinkler? It's like, sure. It's only money. It's only money. Okay. I got an odd number, but we're not at 13. This would be 15. And I got whose blocks? Charlotte's blocks. Wonky blocks in the mail yesterday. I haven't even opened them yet because I've been so busy trying to get these other things done. Then I keep going through everything. It's like, yep, there's no more purple. That looks all white to me in there. I have enough stuff to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more. I got all the whites cut. I just need to pick my purple. So when I put these up, I'm going to put the other square. I am going to put those in the bag with them so I quit losing things. But another Jacob's Ladder done. Number 15. Counted it. I couldn't tell you how many times the other day because I thought I had an even number. But it's like they look so pretty in the bag. When I had them out, I turned them back and forth all the same direction. The fun part, putting them in the sleeve. I have one block made that I made on the 66 the other day. But it's just going to go up in the spare purple blocks. I have a whole pile of purple, white, and black blocks. I need to make a few more of those. Okay, I don't need those to put up with this at all. They don't have a match. These all have matches. So I'm going to go about half a pack. Got to have the bag lay even. So put them down there. Hi, Maritza. Those ones over there. So all that project's in one spot. Just needs more purple. I probably should put, I think I figured 1.5 yards. Like, I have plenty of them, but I have other things planned with those purples. And the other ones I have 1 yard of. So you have, everything always has something. But at least I can put those up all nice and neat. Hello, Charlotte. I got your blocks yesterday, and I haven't opened them, so I'm going to go grab them and open Charlotte's blocks. Be right back. As soon as I get the knee going. They are in this room with the other fabric I got. I got a couple gifts. It's like the other day I said something about I needed a dry erase board to keep track of things. Well, I got a dry erase board. Oh, my little mustache fell off. But it's like, I got a dry erase board from the Amazon Ferry. And then Marla, she said that when she asked if I needed some big hunks, Marla told her circus peanuts. So I got circus peanuts. I got color dry erase pins to go with that. You got good job. And then she sent me the binding for my Jelly Roll Race quilt. And then she sent me this white that she had a small amount left. So I now have, I've never owned any. I have those those cartoon comic boards. And then she sent me this. And I was just going through, noticing I had some of this. And I thought, wow. Laura sent me that also. I got my fat quarter order so I can put the next border on one of the quilts. And this is called Taffy. I gotta find where my mouse is. It's like, I got a pop-up that I want to get rid of. It's like why it takes and makes things small. I don't know. Thank you. And then when I was in there shopping for that, I couldn't find a gray I liked. But they had this white with little honeycomb gray. It was on sale, so I bought that because I had a $40 gift certificate to use. So here I go. I'm going to open Charlotte's. Oh, first off, get the paperwork down. Right that I received them. Because that's me. Her last name puts her always on the last of the list. And yesterday was the 5th. And she got them mailed with them weighing them, $1.77. Sometimes we get some pretty weird numbers out there. I think the next bump up is 204. Ooh, I got some purple on mine. Purple on both of mine. Here's this one. And here's the other one. Very beautiful. It's like, let me write on the back now. Oh, here comes Bailey again. She's not liking that thunder. So if the quilt ever comes apart, they're going to find these hidden messages. So put all my, yeah, it's like when I got done with purchasing after my gift certificate, $18, but I got 5 yards of that honeycomb because it would be a good background material. We're always looking, the thing we need is background material. It's like, I know it's a Garth Brooks song, The Thunder Rolls. I'm not a Garth Brooks fan, but I did like that song because I like thunder. My grand just did a video chat so I could see her braces. She's so happy. Yeah. It's like, would you ever think someone would be happy for braces? Casey, he wasn't thrilled. Yes, I got 2 envelopes from you. I got one with bits and pieces. It's like, you need to ask the gals that I chat with all the time. When I opened that up, because I got that Saturday. And I opened it Saturday. They go, my sister and Melinda and everybody was here. They go, is that supposed to be a block? I says, no, it was the U.S. Post Office must have got pissed at me for starting these block swaps. That's what I said. And it's like, and they believe me. It's like, we figure that you just sent me some ends so I could make more little pinwheels. It's like, we have fun with everything we do. But yeah, that's what I told them. Yeah, because I really did at first. I was going, okay. And then when they asked, is that how you're supposed to get the blocks? And it's like, no, I think it's what she wanted me to do is have them. And it's like, okay. But I liked my idea. The post office just getting back at me. I wasn't too worried. My pinwheels, my sister loves. And then my niece did not know because she was just a kid 18 years ago, 19 years ago. Because I got to remember, I'm 829 months old, almost. That she didn't know about the purple poo necklace thing. And so we had to take the time and explain to her the purple poo necklace story. And then she likes the purple poo emoji being in the block. So it's like, here's part of my first row. Starts with my block, Dora Lynn's block, and Lisa's block. This one's in honor of my great grandkids. And I'm not sewing these 3 to the other 3 because these are going to go on top of the big block with the small one. But one of Charlotte's now is going to join because I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be my 5th set coming in. So now I got to find these ones right here. Because I made myself some extra. It's like I got a few, but I have what the Fabric Cafe says, bits and pieces. I have my border, part of my border, and the other pieces that get sewed onto that border. I have them to sew on. And then I have my other block from Lisa, my other block from Dora Lynn, and then my 2 spares. I'm getting it Sherry Rose and Susan Munger. So put my 2 extra there. And then I take my Sherry Rose, which is this one, and Sue Munger is this one. Everybody's names are written on the back. Pretty sure it's on here. Yep, Sherry Rose. So now I have to put another purple strip on the end here. My sashing. No purple harmed in the making of this quilt, right? So that I do 1 of each as they come in, and I'm doing it just as they come in. I gotta remember not to roll my chair. I have a 4-legged thing under my chair. I'm trying to stay ahead of this UFO as it comes in. Trying to stay ahead of the game. If I keep ahead of it, then maybe I can get it sent out faster. So move these ones over there for now as Bailey jumps out of her skin. Finger press. Grab one of these 2. Which one do I want? The one with the more purple. I was going to take the time on graph paper the other night and figure out whose is whose, how they come in, and where they're going to place on the quilt next to see if I have the one that goes right next to that big block. Just got to thinking I better check my measurements here. It's funny how when you look at these wonky blocks, they can make you go wonky. It's like you can look down at something and think you see something that's a little off. No, the red, white, and blue is, I think, what I'm going to be grabbing next. I think that is next on the agenda. It is right up here above my head. But been dealing with migraines. Ouch! Dang pins. Why do I get the ones with the points? No, that one's next. Because I'm starting from this shelf that's up here. Because it has more done. If I take things that I have more stuff done on, red, white, and blue's next. Okay, put that over there. You're okay, Dora Lynn. It's like the red, white, and blue is next. I'm pretty sure. In fact, I can grab it down. Because that's got to sit on top of my bed for a little while. I had the wonky one sitting on top of the guest bedroom bed, and I had to take it down due to Melinda stayed the night here. But I have its pattern all figured out in my head. It's on graph paper in a purple notebook. Finger press. Because it's like the way I have this drawn out is going to have 4 giant 9 patches is what it's going to have. 4 giant 9 patches. But I bought 4 yards of this purple material, not knowing what I needed for sure for the sashing, and then the 2 big blocks. Like, it's going to be wasted. No. I have everything sitting up here now in my way. And this one is done. Did I take all the pins out? Yep. When I'm done with, I was going to trim these little things off. Because, like, there's that. That's the roller down. A piece. What type of sashing are you using? I'm having trouble deciding. See, that's what I don't have either. I have white on white with stars, but I don't know if that'd be too much. And then I have some blue with white stars. But I have to build up the panel I'm inserting also. Because I'm using a panel. And then I putting the friendship stars on the back of the quilt, I think. I'm not positive yet. Hi, Nancy. You need to scoot down just a little bit there. Gotta be nice to Sarah Jane. So here's the top of that 9 patch. Like I said, it's a giant 9 patch. And there'll be sashing in between. So I could technically put the purple on the bottom of these 2 sets. Oops. Pick them up by the sashing. That way I don't have to repress all these 12 patches, the big patches. And how's Nancy today? So now I'm going to sew these purple together and then put them on that. Hi, Courtney. Are you on tonight, Courtney? I was going to go look. I can't remember the new days for Courtney. New times, I should say. Is it just Thursday, Friday? Oh, okay, it's Tuesday. Okay, come on, thread. Hook, let go of it. Then don't let go of it. Thursday at 9 p.m. and Friday 1. Okay. Trying to always keep up with anybody's changes. But everybody's welcome to join us on think all happy thoughts, Courtney. All happy thoughts. I'm just going to put this stuff on the top and the bottom to make my quilt longer. So I only have to have 2 sets of this border. And then there'll be purple above it. It'll all be but this one's going to be all trimmed out in purple. I figured I put my favorite color in the center of the block. Courtney has sent out some of hers. Courtney's sending them out as she makes them. When she gets 2 or 4, she mails them out. And somebody else sent theirs out. Lisa. Lisa sent out the other blocks. So you'll be getting your second one there. She says everybody's was sent. Trying to get ready for a full day of testing. Okay. Now removing the graph, is that a good or a bad, Nancy? Oh, praying he doesn't? Okay. Whatever the decision, the good decision is, we'll pray for that one. Yes. It's like Ronnie when she had her surgery and they left her cervix in because they said it was like cement against her bladder. So she did get a second opinion, and they agree with the surgeon. They said there's no chance that thing will come back to life. But it's always going to be back in your mind. Is it right? Is it wrong? I'm not going to sew all the way out to the edge in case I need to add more on. I know where I can find more strips. It's like first time using the reverse. It's like, yay! Reverse works. I'm not a reverse user. So it's like finger press this one and then press it with the actual iron. Are you getting any sewing time in, Nancy, to take your mind off of everything else? It's like sewing takes my mind off of everything. And then it's like I get up and I go, I was just sitting there for 7 hours. You keep messing up? Oh, okay. Well, you don't want to always have to tear back out. That's why I decided on this wonky block. Keep ahead of it this time so I don't have to keep up with my paper, what I'm doing, why I'm doing, what I'm doing. And I've got it subdivided into giant 9 patches. But it's just, and okay, Dora Lynn, that little binding over here, if you want to be energetic, that would be pretty for the red, white, and blue because it represents like the stripes on the flag. I have the red and white. It's like that. Oops, sorry, Bailey. I said don't move my chair, and I move it anyway. Oops. Try to run over the dog. It'd be a little extra work, but it's like that would be beautiful on the red, white, and blue. I have to remember that for myself too. Depends on how ambitious you want, how wide you want. Those on that Christmas one were just when it strips, I'd say you could 1.5 inch strips would be a little easier than get away from the tiny. Is Courtney working on wonky blocks? What? And Kathy, have you finished anything lately? If you're still in here listening, okay. Pick up this purple. Just fold it. Keep it nice and neat. It's like if I had if I filled all my project bags, I should just sew scraps together because there's no wrong with that. Yes, that's why we're doing the wonky blocks. It's like you came in just as I was showing. We did a wonky block swap. And it's like, so this is from 3 people. This one is Sue Munger. This one here is Sherry Rose. And this one is, Charlotte. Hey, do you think she might know what my favorite color is? But I just chose purple because it's like purple's my favorite color. And you could start out with, you had an option. There was a template or anything 5-sided, a square, anything wonky. Courtney has got a lot of triangles in hers. It's like, and it's gonna be, and then these giant pieces back here. These are from the cut pieces. This one here is 8 of them. And you can see where it has that square look in it. No matter how you turn it, it has that square. And then, should I put it the right side up? I got poo emojis made for me, so I used them as the center. And then the other one, I made 2. This is the first one. Same measurements, had to have 9 for this one. And this one here, it's like you don't see a square. So it's like no matter how it looks. But it came out of the same pieces, laid perfectly flat. So that's it's all part of the top of that quilt. And I'm keeping them flat because I don't want to keep re-ironing all that. And okay, Bailey, can I go through for a minute? Be right back. And if anybody was here on the Charlotte thing, here's what I received in that one envelope. Hi, Cheryl. It's like I received all these bits and pieces. And this looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? But these are what are cut off of the blocks. And then I did the sub block out of them. And so I have to press them. And this kind of gave me a clue that somebody's getting purple. Wasn't sure who was getting purple. And how's Cheryl today? So it's like, I set a few of them out. But it's like, yeah. When I got them, and when I opened up the envelope and pulled out my block, it's like, yeah, it's one of those things I just thought, okay. But it's all works out fine. I'm going to straighten up a couple edges here. I'm going to sew a couple together. Just to see what it looks like. You don't have to match up anything, because they're just all in there wonky too. Okay, this one goes from here to there. Then I'll trim it up after the fact. I've been layering and pinning another quilt, doing some laundry now. Live in an apartment building, so the laundry room is shared. Had to wait for any help. I haven't had to wait my turn for so many years. And then when my bathroom was down, I still didn't have to wait because I live in a small town. Okay, figure out where my straight line is. See if this lays flat. Because just like this is kind of a kickoff of the pinwheel, not the pinwheel. Yeah, all of a sudden just went. But see, when you sew your goofy parts together, now I trim this and I can use those points. But I got to remember to use actual ruler of some sort. Because that way I'm not guessing what I'm doing. And I forget where they are. I have a paper 18 degree, 20 degree. Not Prairie Point. Prairie Point is the end block. But my first one, I just took a square ruler and cut the top. I put the line down the middle, and where it came out is where I cut. Yeah, Dresden. Thank you, Nancy. But mine's a raw edge. There is no fold. I put them on there and then I blanket stitched around the whole thing. But see, here's already a better point. And then if you figure out where I have to cut at least that much of the purple off. But isn't that a pretty point? I just don't have any rulers. I don't do enough Dresdens to worry about. So that's 3.5. And those are 4 inches down. This one here, I have 3.5. So all I did was mark the 3.5. And then I decided where and how far I wanted to go down. Orange does not show up on purple. Three and a half. And that one there, I went down 9 inches. Hi, Ashley. And how's Ashley today? But see, again, it is so hard to even see the green on this purple. But yeah, I just picked the down number. That one was 9. So let's do an 8 this time. Oh, yeah, you got family reunion was an auction? I think I heard you say. But maybe I'll just sew some of these together. So in your auction, is it all supposed to be things that you make? Hi, Lori Clark. You made it. What? I said Lori. I didn't say you. You don't like candy. You're going to try it? Okay. I guess she felt that she needed that candy. But it's like, you can either hunt for, like me, hunt for pieces that match, or I can make them that don't match. Oh, so would that be like a white elephant? Where you take stuff? Oh, you think now that you're going to need more? No. I think it's this one and this one. Now she thinks. It's like, Bailey, Ashley says you're pretty. I know you're a pretty pain. Are you pretty? When you open these, you try to figure out, is there a square there? Or do I have to go further down for a square? Oh, now you had a piece of circus peanut. You think you need more? See, that one there would only come out like 2 inches. I pull it up there, it won't come out anything close to it. I did a lot of planning when I made mine. There was a lot of planning. You don't know how to sew yet, Ashley? It's like, oh, I have some of this material. You look at all these other pieces of material and you go, oh, wow, I have this. I have this. It's like that one there would only be 3 up there, but it's more down here. It's like sewing is really easy once you get it all figured out. I used to have this fabric too. So I'm gonna, well, maybe I'll sew these two together. I'm just making wonky, more wonky. The wonkier the better, right? And I can make these, I guess, and put it on just another piece of whole fabric like I did those. Or I can just keep sewing them together and make something else. I think I'm going to try. Just something to play with. Not working on UFOs, but Ashley, if you've never ever sewed, the first thing I would suggest to you is, I'm sure you have a piece of notebook paper with lines. Take your sewing machine with no thread and just practice sewing on the line. You'll see your perforated holes that you put in there. But just practice sewing the lines. And then you'll start getting used to the straight line thing. That is the first thing I would suggest. Okay, that one has got something anyway. What did I say? 3.5? Okay. Down here to a 3.5. I was trying to remember back to home ec. It's like, I think we drew lines. It was the boring part of my home ec. Because I already knew how to sew. But you have to do as the teacher says. And it's like, it was just things we did. We drew out. Yeah. But the thing that people have the hardest time with is sewing the straight line. And then the next is learning what a 1/4 inch is. Because in home ec, we got, what was it? 3/4 of an inch, 5/8 of an inch seam. It was a big seam. But it's like, and then the first block that's easy to make is the 4-patch. That's the next thing. They do the 4-patch. And then, if I remember right in the beginning, then we went to the churn dash because that one introduced half square triangles. There's a few simple blocks. But we will help you, Ashley. I guarantee you. If you need help. Because that'd be beginner basics. I'm goofing off. I hope everybody's not wondering what the heck I'm doing. It's like, have to get down a design board or get the big design board or flip this over. That might work. It's like goofing off. Oops. No, it won't stick to that one. So I need an actual design board. Let me get back here and get a design board. It's like nothing's falling, nothing's breaking. It's just me moving my stuff. Because with design board, I need a table. But my brain's always goofing off. Try to pinch my fingers in here. Will that work? Grab my easel bags. Your machine didn't come in yet? Well, it's stuck to the board. It's like I squared that point. And I squared this point. And I squared that one. So if I square one that goes over here, but sew a few more here and here, and then cut out your big block. I can add another piece here and there. Because that's no problem. That's no problem. It did. The box was open and everything was not there. Oh, no. That's not good. Let's see. I just happen to have some pieces here that I can grab and sew. I'm good at improvising. Of course you come unthreaded because I didn't hold the string down. Don't lick the thread. Did you order it brand new, Ashley? Because if you ordered it new and you come in with parts missing, somebody returned it and kept what they wanted. Yeah, somebody returned and was dishonest and took what they wanted. Unfortunately, that happens. And they're supposed to go through all them when they're returned. And somebody didn't. Hi, Rhonda. And what's Rhonda doing today? You still binding? Hand binding? I heard that you didn't. Wasn't something you liked. It's like, I have 2 coming up very shortly. The fabric come in for 1. And I have the other one sitting up here ready to go. I sit down my ruler in plain sight and can't. The baby blanket. I like the binding part because it says, I'm done. I'm just about ready. And I'm goofing off, Rhonda, in case you just came in. These are scraps from making wonky blocks. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the end pieces, sewing them together. And when I get it big enough, I will have another wonky block, even wonkier than what I had to start with. And I only need 1 more here. I need to add up here because I want to get it out to at least the 12.5 block or more. But I can put a border around it and make a bag. These was sent from one of the gals that was in the wonky block exchange. Oh, here's some nice big ones. It's like looking at these different ones that are here. It's like, where'd it go? Back to where I was. This one to this one. It's like, just make sure they're straight before I start sewing. Ooh, you just got your fabric? I got all mine yesterday. It's like Christmas when you get the new stuff. And what's your favorite color, Ashley? How many did you make of these blocks so far? These weirdos? This one here, this is the first time for this one. Because these points are all going to disappear. I just want to make sure I add enough onto them to have weird. And I want to keep these more straight. That one's not long enough. This one's longer. But those points I made 8 and 9, so that'd be 17. And of the other squares I made over what I was supposed to. I have 2 extra. Yours is pink and purple? Okay. It's like we could say you'll never see Yes, I love playing with fabric. Killing time where I don't have to think that much. I'm thinking, but I'm also just adding on, trying to get something wonky out of your pieces, because that was quite a hassle. I don't know if that was from all of them or not, but it's like you just improvise, play, and Sarah's old, and she's used to probably playing with all sorts of hand-me-down scraps, old dresses, being she is a 48, I think is what yeah. Maybe I should put a little tattoo on you right there saying what your year is. Get some number decals. Because the other one's a 27, and this one's a 48, is what I think. Did you see Sara has been... Yes. I seen that she posted a block today. Or last night, whatever. It's like, I can't remember who, what, when, where, why, what the internet keeps going out. This internet issue is driving me nuts. Especially when they're increasing our rates. This table on the Featherweight hides a lot of things. Because I put the table up to do something, and then I sit my rotary cutter down and hide her. Hi, Dave. And Jen, if she's awake too, I'm sure. Right, there's that one. It's definitely big enough now. Now I got to take these two and work on the... I'm hunting for another. What's the biggest? Oh, I'll just take these two. Because I cut these straight. Stick to my plan I was working on. This is like playing with building blocks, molding clay. Modeling clay. It's just something fun to do. Jen is awake and heard you. Jen says hi. Hi, Jen. Because I figured she was probably awake. Because it is past noon. And before I do any trimming, I can already see I need to add to this one side. So which piece am I going to add to that side? Oh, let's do this one. Oops, gotta make it straight. That is one thing you do have. Okay, I hid her back under there. I don't why I call it her. I don't know. Gonna start naming our cutters. I'll name it Lorena Bobbitt. That'd be a good name for a rotary cutter. I have Plum Crazy as my seam ripper. I watched a show the other day that brought up Marina Bobbitt. And I thought that was the thing of the past. She's been getting up at 11. Is she going out swimming? Well, that pile of scraps I had, Charlotte, are just about gone. Getting down to some itty bitties. Get a bigger. And Ashley says, Kathy, tell Jen hi. It's like, get that right wording. So that one needs to go down about there. Keep looking under my peak hole. Okay, there's that one. Now I need to make this one a little bit longer. And here's some purple. Put some more purple on the purple. You're going to make a Disney quilt? That's your goal? Don't start with that goal. Start with the itty bitty steps first. Don't want anybody to overdo. Like, my first quilt was a 4-patch. My first quilt was a 4-patch. Every other block was a 4-patch. Because my mom had the state birds and flowers. That she was a Trichem paint dealer. Or consultant, whatever they called them back then. And she had a whole bunch of them painted up. And that was every other block on my first ever quilt. Okay. It's like Terry's got confidence in me. That's the worst part. I see something and I can usually figure it out. Okay. Let's see. One thing about it, I can go look because I have my iPad down here. As long as I get the iPad up and running before the live starts, I can use my iPad. Are you going to start, as I finding things for me to do? Oh, yep, the little spiral star. I've made the star before. It's like I have the color wheel. I made my star color wheel, and it's like, it's up there in one of those blue or yellow ones up there. Let's see here. Let's see. It's almost. So I have to add some more. I have to add some more. That one. It's like, okay, we're going to add some more. Yeah, that star is beautiful. It's like, it's done. Mine was done. Was mine done with strip sets or no? Or my friends was all done with strip sets. But I'll have to dig out. I had a bunch of material left, and I says, I'm done reusing this and reusing this and reusing this. So I went to one thing and said, that's it. So which one was I going to grab? Was it this one? There's just a pop-up from Facebook. I don't even know what it said. It popped up so fast and left. Make sure it's got a straight edge. Hi, Lisa. It's like, hello, Sandra Wrench and chat popped in to say hello. Dinner is ready. Well, I'm glad you popped in. And she must be, the only other wrench I see is Terry. Yeah, enjoy your dinner. It's like, hi, Alexandra. And I know that's not this language, but it's like, oh, just got a bad note from June. Dang it. June's in the emergency room. Repeat test blood work at 5. Okay. Prayers for June. Do you cook, Ashley? It's like, just questions that come out of this head. It's amazing. Questions that pop up. Yes, prayers for June right now. She hasn't had a blood pressure issue for quite a while. I don't want them now. Well, what a job, Lori. I know I thought about that the other day because I have my full float and my husband's, and I go, maybe I should see if they even work hold air. But I didn't feel like doing that. I have an air compressor that I would use. But then I have to take the time to deflate them to put them up. But I could seal them anyway. I have I have a pump, portable pump for my airbed. Oh, he's afraid you'll get burnt, Ashley? Okay. I got it. I got it red before because he doesn't want you to get burnt. Okay. That one I made bigger. This one doesn't need bigger, it needs straighter. Okay. Yes, prayers for June. Oh, she's going to have me on pins and needles until after. See, 5 her time is 7 my time. That's a long ways out there. Now, girls. It's like the episode she had the other day. It was I think both, but her BP was what they was concerned with the most. So I'm not gonna keep bugging her at the emergency room. I could, but maybe I'll just do whatever size block I can, border it, and go from there. Because she did both BP, heart stress test, heart test, her asthma. It's like she hasn't been having any issues with that. Those are wonky enough colors. We just want the tests to come out and the episodes to stop. That's what I want. I was slowly winding up the motor because I was watching my string. I thought, no, don't pull out, don't pull out. Take these two, sew them together. It's like you found all the holes. My air mattress just has the ring that inflates around the whole outside edge and the netting that you get wet. And my husband had the one that held your body up out of the water. Press one seam one way, one seam the other way, sew them back together. We're going to see how wonky this looks. Okay, that one's that way, that one's that way. Okay. I sent her a message, Denise. We'll see if she answers or not. And I think she went up there to take her sister up, not her up. But she'll answer when she can because of being in the emergency room. Or 3 o'clock my time. It's like she should be getting that other test. I took the hours the wrong direction here. Nothing unusual for me. Because they all have to go to bed before I do. Yeah, she had to take her sister up. I'm pretty sure she had to take her sister up today. Was she on Laura Lynn's earlier? I didn't see her. I was like, press this out. It's like, what would we call a wonky block? A double wonky, I guess. I'm sorry I didn't want you to contact her. I thought, it's like, no, it's like she should, because she has had different episodes. So you can't say one episode because I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go grab my 12.5-inch ruler. And it's out in the other room because I squared up a quilt. Won't take me long. It's not like I have a huge house. It's got sewing from corner to corner, but it's like, okay, put your little cover on so I don't click that thing. I don't want to put a mark on her. I haven't been watching much of anything except for sitting on with dogs. A dog rescue person who sits with dogs in shelters. Okay. It's like, I found a show the other day. What the heck was it called? That has where a place did not like pit bulls. And they taught the pit bull to do the running. Okay. That makes a 10.5-inch square. 10 3/4-inch square. 1, 2, 10. Yeah, 10 3/4-inch square. So half a 10 3/4 is whatever. It doesn't have to be a square. It can be a rectangle. It can be anything I want it to be. Like that. One of those things, yeah. The dog was lost out in the desert. And he finally got one, took him home. He relaxed and loved his new family. It's like, I love dogs. It's like, if I could, I'd take every puppy out there. If I was rich, I would make sure that they fixed every one of those. Every dog would be fixed. Because that is, there's so many out there, and the breeders keep breeding, and no, I'd have half of them too. You have to share. She's getting awful greedy. She's going to take them all. My mama taught me to share, Terry. Now, the bigger dogs, I'm okay, but it's like, I'm more a fan of the little guys. Probably because we can get more of them in our house. Like Austin's dogs yesterday. They wanted in the house. So did Bailey. And I wasn't going to let them because it's like, I really don't know how well they're potty trained to a certain point. But where he's worked these graveyards doesn't mean that they're 100%. Okay, back to squares. Oh, you should have been on some of my dog walking trips with Austin's. I put him on a rope because Austin, he takes them out one at a time. Don't ask me why, but he only takes them out one at a time. And I'm going up and I'm going to get them all both walked at the same time. That is my thing. They are all going to be walked at the same time. And it's like, I said, okay. I put them on this rope and they was all over. You have a small Boston Terrier? Is it as yappy as my neighbors? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. 5 3/4 is what I need. Get my math figured out here. And Charlotte, I'm just about to show you. He's tamed. It's like, and then it's like, I had the Chihuahua Pomeranian mix. He was quiet most of the time. But when he wanted somebody that he wanted to pet, you couldn't get him to shut up. It's like he wanted to be petted by that person. Yeah, that's 5 1/4 that way. It's like, I don't know. I'm just making. It'll come out to a square here sooner or later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4, 5 1/4. Or a rectangle. Doesn't matter. He's mixed with Chihuahua and he's not yippy. Okay, there's Charlotte's block. It's a rectangle. I'm going to square it up more, but it's like my brain was going, huh? I might leave it as the rectangle. It's like, and I still have these left. I've used about half of them to make that. It's like every time you guys put my whole name. You like that block? That's just made from these pieces that was cut off. I had to add to them. But it's a wonky block out of a wonky block left scraps. Yeah, my iPad is back when I only had 3 of them placed up there. When it was, I don't even know, that shape with the big peaks coming off. But I have to square it up because this is shorter than that side. But it could stay wonky, put an edge around it, make myself a little placemat. Pillow cover. It's just playing with wonky stuff. Killing time. Oh, we killed time a long ways out there. So anybody got anything interesting they're doing the rest of the day, or is it bedtime for everybody? It'd be what, 6:20 for the latest of you, unless because Giselle is not on. It's like this is 6 by 5 3/4. 6 on one side, 5 3/4 on the other side. And then the other way, it's 5 1/4, 5 1/2. It's like Nana Tank at 6:30. So that'd be in a few minutes for you. I don't know everybody's time zones. But right now, this overall measurement of this is 11 3/4 by 10 1/2. Ooh, you're going on the detail I have to do next. Let's say. Oh, the family reunions tonight. And Lisa wants to know, Ashley, is Nana Tink her actual name? Knitting an Afghan. Yeah, that is relaxation. See, I can cut binding, but it's only $3.23 for me. So I can go out and do the poo detail. And it's like, that's not my favorite thing to do, but somebody's got to do it. Because when the dogs are out there running around, I don't want them to play in the poo either. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Lisa. Charlotte's at 5:23. Did you see your scraps, Charlotte? Does that look the same? Just gonna go around and put a border around it. And I think make me a... Oh no, Marla's here. It's on Virtual Shopkeeper. But that movie that Terry was talking about, which I got to go back down to. No, that's that guy. I might have missed something up earlier. But it's like I'm not getting anything done. It's a good book if you get a chance to read it. Okay. But I should go out and do the nasty pickup. 3 dogs all day, running and playing. And I think they was trying to see who could poo the most, like the kids this weekend. Oh, has she been here all along? 2 Pits and Bailey. A 34 pounder, a 53 pounder, and a 60 pounder. It's like Marla sneaks in all the time. And I was concentrating. Oh, there, I'm here. It's like, I see it now. I'm sorry, Marla. When I come to Ohio, I'll buy you something. Not. It's like, your family reunion's this weekend. See, our family reunion starts on like a Thursday, and they have a silent auction, and the silent auction funds the meats for the next year's family reunion because it happens every year. You just had a severe storm, lasted forever. More coming. Oh no. And Ashley's coming to Ohio this weekend. If I was rich, I could. But I'm not rich. They keep telling me I got to play the lottery to win. But I'd make sure my family was all taken care of first, and then I would go play. Just think, I could hire a house sitter for Ace. That'd be scary. That blends in with that purple board really well. Portsmouth. My breakfast lunch is circus peanuts, Marla. So I better have something real for dinner. That's down. Heck, is there a river in O? I'd have to look. And June hasn't answered back, so. There is a lady who used to come on the circle of chatters that hasn't been for a while. Do you have a first name or anything? Okay. I was going to look up Ohio. Thank you, Marla. You're at the top of the state, middle of the state, and that's the bottom of the state. We got to do states all in sections like mine is. I have Eastern Washington, Western Washington, and Central Washington. Yeah, meet and greets are always nice. Yeah, that's what I thought. You was higher up. Well, we got Thursday. We can discuss it again. And Charlotte's in Alabama. It's like, maybe I should dig back out that map of the United States. Then I could look over at it. Maybe I'll have to do that. Put it over there. Because I have Charlotte's. And you're in Kentucky. Never been to Kentucky. Haven't been to Ohio or Alabama. My husband said no. You know, I could sit here all day to get out of picking up dog poo. You've been to Washington? No. It's like, Lori, I even Googled Vicky's name this morning to see. Is there a shop hop participating in the All Ohio? There'd be an excuse, Marla. Well, it's like sometimes we get Tracy. And Belle's been out, Beverly's been out traveling. I know I was going to check up on her again. There's so many people I check up on. I shared my circus peanuts with Austin last night. Because Austin's but don't ask me what peanut this come out of. Like Gary was in your backyard. Wow, that's just your finger slipped there, Lisa. I knew what it was. Was it one of those two that we haven't seen in the chat for a while? Oh, hi, Rita. Sitting there daydreaming. I got my Jacob's ladder done, and then I was picking up uh, little things. You think you spent the day on YouTube? Well, no. I went over for a little bit here, there. Okay. I got one Jacob's ladder block done. I got another block pieced on. And then I took some scraps I was sent and I made this wonky block. But I kind of like it for scraps. Hi, Donna. Oh, it's like, did you? Well, what kind of circus peanut was that one that I just showed? Because I know they're supposed to look like this. Kind of. This one has a deformity. But oh, you that's what you did. I told some of them I might try a live stream again tonight and tack binding. It's like, if I have internet. My internet goes out more than I do. But I have one quilt almost ready for binding back behind the wall here. Back behind, it's like behind the design board, behind these blocks. That one, I have one more border to put on and then it's ready for binding. Yeah, July 11th is when she posted. That's why I Googled it today and I got nothing. But again, people don't put those out anymore because they cost money. And her son didn't do Facebook or anything. And that one looked like someone just took all the little scraps and wadded them up and threw them in the bag to make weight. But they're liquid. And then they turn out to that. Okay. Never would have thought that they was a liquid. Because I don't make marshmallows. Yes. Yes, she is, Rita. Vicky used to come over to Kathy's. And she was put in hospice care. And we haven't heard anything since July 11th. So I Googled it today. I was thinking of her. No, Vicky McFarland. Yeah, not the one that went on screen. It was the one that she's always in chat. I used to messenger chat with her. So we have met virtually as long as, also with the chat. Oh, get my iron warming up. Yeah, we had uh, Vicky Lemire. She was the one that would always do the capital letters. We lost her a year ago. It's been a long year. I missed the capital letters, but I don't want anybody else to put them out there because that was a Vicky thing. There's only a few people. And then when people had those night bots and stuff on, it would always kick her out. Oh, that made her mad. And I got to listen to it because we called and talked on the phone, usually about 4 times a day. And she'd call up, I got kicked out of someone else's channel because I type in caps. And it's like, don't make Vicky mad. But I miss her. Yep. And she'd come right back, huh, Terry? Vicky McFarland's in Texas. I can tell you the state because that's fine. Sit here pressing this block for something to do. But the good old internet doesn't tell you everything anymore. It did give me her where her address is. That's as far as it went. See, I pressed it flatter now. Yep. And she would call Kathy. If you would do it like this. I love those moments. No, not Jim. Vicky wasn't married. She's a divorce. Yeah, that night bot. Yeah. And some words they would take as slang and not let you write in there. If you did too many emojis, and last night I even went, or this morning, I knew her ex-husband's name, but it's like I couldn't remember it for all the tea in China. Because I thought maybe I could Google and find a name or number that way. Because she was still in contact with the ex-husband twice over. She married him twice. They had the one son, and he was always in contact with her, still helping her. But okay, this isn't getting doggy poop picked up. Got to figure out what I'm having for dinner. Now I have to wonder about June. She hasn't written me back. She will as soon as we hang up. But that's the way it goes. Well, we had Vicky in Michigan. That's Vicky Lemire. And then we have the Indiana / Iowa, and then the Texas. That's all the Vickies I kept track of. But it's like, oh, remote. The, the good old mouse here. But I'm glad everybody came over today. And I'll be back Thursday, internet providing. I'll change my title now because I had internet. So I'll edit my title to "We Had Fun Chatting." And we'll see you on Thursday or someplace else out around the YouTube land. Talk to you guys later. Bye.